I'm gonna try this again. I've tried to film and for some reason my phone turns off. Here's a beautiful trike, strutted wing, north wing. It's got a 503 with an E-box and an Ivo prop. Hopefully the video does not stop again. I have no idea why it keeps shutting off. Anyways, beautiful trike. Very cool. Very, very cool. And that's a very important handle right there. That would be the BRS, which is here. Anything go wrong, pull handle. Very cool. Outlander. Very, very cool. It's got independent suspension in the back. Kind of like a Grove gear, but Grove gear is solid one piece. This is a two piece, which is cool. Slides right on. That is very cool. You can slide it forward or back. Very nice. Very, very nice. Little buzzard. This would be great if they would come up with one that could, well, fold the wings on it. I'm sure there's a way you could do it and figure it out. If you could twist the wing from horizontal to vertical and then swing it back, kind of like a kit fox or an avid, that would be really cool. Basically a tube. It's cool. Very cool. Let's see where the, let me go under it. Oh, I thought it had a tag. Doesn't have a tag. It's experimental, so part 103. Slide slip. There you go. Some props. That looks kind of looks like a B box. I don't know if it's a full 47 or 503. I'm not that tall. So, but in any case, it's perfect. Um, Dual plug head, so very cool. Getting awfully close. That's about as big as prop you want to swing on this. Uh-oh, Evil Knievel. And here is a king post wing, easily notable by all the wires on the top. There's no struts on this one, only cables. Sorry, I said wires, cables. So cables are mainly what hold this together, or the wing. Very nice. Very, very nice. He's got an E-box. Your regular Bing 54s. There's another props. Ross Peller. Very cool. Very, very nice. Micro avionics. Shout out. ICOM. Can't fly without it. Very, very nice. Let's see him coming in here. Paramotor coming in to land. Nice. Very, very nice. Oh, that wind will get you. He's good. That wind that gets you. That wind will take you. Oh yeah. How was it? Good? You're braver than me. Very, very cool out here. If you ever get a chance to come out here to Sunniland Ranch Airport, they got their runway here. Very, very cool place. Very cool people. The aviation community is very cool to begin with. And there's a little, I don't know if it's rivalry or if that's the right word, but between ultralights and regular aviators that fly your, you know, Cessnas and Pipers and the real planes, kind of, sort of. There's a little divide between them. And it shouldn't be that way. If you fly, you fly. It doesn't matter what you fly. At least that's the way I look at it. But kind of like this. That's a beautiful Technum. And what I love about experimental is that it gives you freedom. It really does. You know, it doesn't give you what I mean. It does give you free reign, but you should be always cautious. I think with experimental, um, you have to really look whatever you're flying constantly with upkeep and making sure everything is safe, uh, in good condition. So that's kind of how I look at it when it's experimental. I think it's um, more of a, I don't know, upkeep. Uh, should be, anyways. Here comes trouble. Darn, darn, darn right. Just kind of trying to video everything again because I lost all. I don't know what happened to, yeah, to the phone, that it just wasn't recording. It would just shut off. So just watching the guys, you know.
You know that guy tried to do? See the wheel?
Yeah.
I told him, why you don't try with the wheels? You know, how to take off. He said, good idea.
Uh, did he do it? Yeah, he ate it too, didn't he? Yeah. I was just kind of explaining to everybody that the ultralights, it's funny how there's kind of like a rivalry between ultralights, and regular planes. A lot of them don't coincide, and I was just trying to explain to everybody that it really shouldn't be that way. If you fly, you fly. It doesn't matter.
I've been in that situation. I had airplane.
Yeah.
Okay, and I can see those. Like I told you, those guys.
I mean,
It's frustration.
yeah.
Yeah. See, how many is flying today? Huh? Go to Lake Placid. I give you $100 if you see.
You got to hold that because I can't hear you if you don't talk into that.
Anyway, if you go over there,
Yeah.
okay, you're gonna see maybe one airplane every 2 3 weeks. They are most on the hangar talking about it, but here today, probably
Yeah.
50 people.
Yeah. And everybody is flying. Yeah.
Everybody is happy.
Yeah.
They do their own thing and doesn't cost $1 million too. You know?
Well, that's a big part of it too, at least for me.
They help each other. They help each other too. That's I saw that this morning.
Well, they all help each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. When something happens, you see that everybody goes toward that person, and but yeah, that's kind of like why I like this. I like the experimental uh, side of things and not certified.
Yeah.
I don't want to have nothing to do. I mean, they're great. Don't get me wrong. I love certified planes, obviously, but I don't want to have nothing to do with certified because it's a whole other level that.
Certified if you don't if you're not a mechanic guy, you don't want to touch anything, stuff like that. It's good because everything's going to be done by the book. When you touch ultralight, you like to do your own mechanic, you take care even of your car. So it's not just the flying. You know your machine by heart. That's the thing.
Well, and to touch on that also is when it's certified, you can't. There's very little that you
Yeah,
can
that's what I said.
do.
Yep, yep.
I mean, yeah, you can do maybe an oil change or a tire change, but with certified, everything is anything you got to do is really expensive because you got
Even
to.
even if you do, you need to be signed on it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you need an AMP. You know, to so that's A&P to me equals money. Basically, and it's fine. I mean, if you have the plane,
No, I enjoy it. I enjoy that part of everything. But it's getting closer, and how can I say? You know, I will not say I need to be a millionaire those days, but like hangar, everything's going so hot. They want to put people apart.
yeah.
You know, that's
Well,
why
that's
ultralight came so popular now.
well that's the whole thing. That's the divide I'm talking
Yeah,
about. When you're talking about ultralights, experimental, light sport, when you don't have to deal with all the other bureaucracy, kind of,
that's what it is.
and a lot of these guys, as you see, I mean, I can videotape. They're all brought their planes or their paramotors or everything on the back of their car or in a trailer or a motor home. You see what I'm talking about? Exactly my point. It's it's very economical to fly this way. So that's kind of what I was trying to emphasize.
Just camaraderie.
Yeah, the camaraderie. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I was talking to the young lady over there, and I didn't know her from Adam, and it's like if I knew her all
Yeah,
my life. I knew her all my life. It's great. So, and we're from the same place, same hometown
yeah.
where I
See,
came from.
it was
Yeah.
a small world.
So it's funny. Yeah. So
No, I learned that in my life. Small
yeah.
world.
So that's kind of the
I'm glad I came.
yeah yeah. That's kind of what I was trying to explain. That there are differences, but like you were saying, with the hangar rent getting so out of control, you know, people are looking for alternatives. Because if you still want to fly and you don't have the means, then you have to look for another, you know,
If
another
you
avenue.
if you own an airplane with a hangar, you have to fly at least once a week to keep up to make that money worth it too. But if you ultralight, your machine can be in your garage for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You do overtime at work that weekend, the
Yep.
next
Yep.
weekend you do
Yep.
your stuff. You don't have a pressure to say, "Oh, I have to fly because I'm paying for this, I'm paying for that."
Yeah.
Because hangar those days, you you lose the value investment on the airplane. Now it's almost $7,000, over 7,000 a year. So if you come and buy an airplane on the 40, it doesn't take too long to burn your investment just for the hangar.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of why I went the route of folding wings.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
as you
that's my
know,
part.
I'm building an experimental that
Yeah.
our friend Rick
Yeah.
designed
Yeah.
and built, and I'm building one of those. And one of the, you know, things that I mentioned to him was, I love the plane, I love the design, but it's not feasible for me because you made it where the wings do not fold.
Yep.
So that's why he's redesigning. And I told him, you're going to have a gold mine because when you make it available, foldable wing, it opens up a whole new chapter for
Yeah.
people.
That's what we were looking for.
You know what I mean? So, for me, going to him and saying, hey, can you do this? And him designing it that way, now it opens up a good channel for him too, because now people can reach out. Which he called me and told me that the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, somebody is already reaching out to him for plans because they want to build the planes. So, it's working. The word's getting out there. So I'm kind of glad. But yeah. Well, that's about it. I'm gonna hang out around here and maybe make a little bit more video later on. But that's kind of what I want to explain to everybody, that You don't need a lot of money to fly. You know, you can literally get into this sport for 10,000 or less, sometimes even 5,000. So yeah, you can. So that's kind of the point. You know, if you love
Yeah.
flying like we do and
Yeah. Look around.
look
Yeah.
around, you can find it. You know, it doesn't have to be your uh, contemporary, you know, Cessna or Piper, like I was saying before. Doesn't have to be that. It can be an ultralight experimental where you can do everything on your own, all your mechanical work, your maintenance. But again, caution, always triple check your work. You have to be safe. That's the biggest thing with this. So, well, that's it. I'll sign in later, maybe make a little bit more videos, and we'll see you here on the next time. Remember, Sunniland Ranch Airport, beautiful place here in Florida, in Okeechobee. All right, guys, later.